Does monosodium glutamate or MSG actually hurt your health and performance? Or is that just a myth we've been believing for years? Welcome to the show. My name is Klein Bravana. I grew up thinking MSG was bad. No questions, no doubt. But when I started digging into real science, what I found didn't just challenge that belief. It completely flipped it. This has got to be the most difficult and lengthiest research I have ever made, so prepare to be surprised as I give you the answers in today's Klein Bravana show. Let's bounce! MSG has been blamed for a long list of problems like headaches, migraines, flushing, sweating, chest tightness, numbness, brain damage, memory issues, cancer, weight gain, obesity, insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, high blood pressure, heart problems, and even hair loss. And that's just naming a few. But when you actually look at the science, the list starts to fall apart. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the World Health Organization, MSG is considered safe when consumed in normal amounts. The European Food Safety Authority and the joint FAO-WHO Expert Committee on Food Additives have also evaluated MSG and found no consistent evidence of harm at typical intake levels. And despite all those claims like cancer, brain damage, weight gain, high blood pressure, human studies have not consistently shown that MSG directly causes these conditions. Well, yes, some people do report short-term symptoms like headaches or flushing, especially with large amounts on an empty stomach. But here's where it gets interesting. Controlled studies have shown that when people don't know whether they're consuming MSG or not, those symptoms often disappear or become inconsistent. In some cases, people report symptoms even when MSG isn't present at all. This points to what scientists call a nocebo effect. It's where the expectation that something is harmful can trigger real physical symptoms. So when you stack decades of research from major international health organizations against the long list of accusations, one thing becomes clear. MSG's reputation is far worse than the science actually proves. So, if MSG isn't a villain, then what exactly is it? And why has it been misunderstood for so long? MSG, or again, monosodium glutamate, was discovered in 1908 by Kikunai Akida, a Japanese chemist who wanted to understand why certain foods tasted deeply savory. He identified glutamate as the source of that flavor, what we now call umami. At its core, MSG is simple. It's made up of sodium and glutamate. Glutamate is an amino acid which is a building block of protein that naturally exists in your body and plays a role in normal brain function. It's also naturally found in everyday food like tomatoes, cheese, mushrooms, and would you believe, even breast milk? So how did something so common get such a bad reputation? Back in 1968, a letter published in a medical journal described symptoms like headaches and numbness after eating Chinese food. This led to the term Chinese restaurant syndrome, and MSG quickly became the suspect, even without strong scientific evidence. From there, the idea spread fast, and over time, it turned into a widely accepted belief. But when you break it down, MSG isn't some artificial chemical your body can't handle. It's something your body already knows, already uses, and already encounters in many of the food you eat every day. So the question now becomes, if MSG is so common and so natural, why are we still afraid of it? All right. What if the ingredient you've been avoiding is actually the smarter choice as compared to something you use every single day? When you compare MSG to regular table salt, the biggest difference comes down to sodium. MSG contains about 1/3 the sodium of salt. That means you can use less sodium overall while still getting the same or even better flavor. And that matters because high sodium intake is strongly linked to high blood pressure and increased risk of heart disease. The World Health Organization has long emphasized reducing sodium intake to lower these risks. Research and guidance from the American Heart Association also supports strategies that reduce sodium while maintaining food palatability, something MSG helps achieve. Now, compare MSG not just to salt, but to other salty seasonings around the world like soy sauce, fish sauce or patis, bagoong, oyster sauce, teriyaki sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and even cured flavor bases common in European cooking. These are all high in sodium, often much higher per serving. MSG, on the other hand, enhances flavor so effectively that you can use less of these high sodium seasonings or replace part of them while still enjoying the same taste. The real surprise, you actually need more salt than MSG to make your food more flavorful. Every gram of MSG has the same effect of 4 grams of salt, so you actually need more salt than MSG to make your food more flavorful. So instead of automatically reaching for salt or other salty condiments, a small amount of MSG can actually help you eat smarter, keeping flavor high while keeping sodium lower. So the real question is, if your goal is better health and better performance, why stick with higher sodium options when there's a more efficient alternative? So, after breaking it all down from the myth, the science, what MSG really is, and even how it compares to salt, one thing becomes clear. MSG's reputation doesn't match what current evidence actually shows. But let's be clear, I'm not saying MSG is good. What I'm saying is we all need to be informed. We need to understand what's true, what's not, and not just rely on beliefs or assumptions that were passed down without questions, just like I used to. Because at the end of the day, being informed puts you in control of your health, your choices, and of course, your performance. If you found this helpful, drop a comment below, and I want to hear from your thoughts. Don't forget to like and share this video so more people can learn the truth, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. That's it for today. Again, this has been Climb Ravana, and I'll see you in my next Climb Ravana show. Namaste.